It's our first evening hunt of the year. If anything could go wrong, it has gone wrong. As soon as we got here, got out of the car, got dressed, sprayed down, made 2 steps. The 8-pointer that I have on camera in here that I'd like to kill was bedded like 50 yards from the vehicle, jumped up, ran off, so the odds of seeing him tonight are probably slim. We get all the way back here, find 2 trees, climb up in, get all the way to the top, and then Tommy asked me, he's like, did you bring any water? Got it in the car too. So it's gonna be a good evening. We're not in the same tree, because the trees are just small back here, so we're in 2 different trees, about 3-4 yards apart. It's 3:30. I'm gonna set, sweat, and hopefully something shows up. We're sitting on a big flat. It's not very open, so it's gonna be real close when it happens. It's gonna be a pain getting it on camera and being able to get a shot. But we're gonna see if we can't make it happen. Swing and a miss, boys. Swing and a miss. Alright, you guys seen that that hunt unfold right there. It was a clean swing and a miss. It was our first set in on that property. That's my grandma's property. I just got permission to hunt. Those does came in down below us. They walked the edge of the creek up. They stayed in the thick stuff for 10 minutes or more, and they finally turned to walk across the opening that I set up on. The lead doe was the bigger one, so that's the one I wanted to kill. I got drawn, got ready for her to walk in that opening. She made it just to the opening, and she turned like maybe she had caught our wind, maybe our wind swirled. I'm not sure what happened, but she turned to leave. I had one opportunity to make a shot, so I went ahead and made the shot. It was high, right off the top of her back. Deer run off. Needless to say, there was no blood, no hair, no nothing on the arrow. I got pictures of them the next day during daylight in that same area. So, I mean, it didn't scare them. They don't know what happened. But anyhow, I go back in on this farm a couple days later for Redemption. So, all right, in a tree. It's 4:08. I'm in here at my grandma's, where I missed my doe. I'm in here after that 8-pointer, or any slickhead that walks through. Got a decent wind. And I already hear some stuff walking. It's probably just squirrels, but I'm gonna make this short and sweet. So I'm self-filming tonight, so hopefully I can get it done. I've yet to kill anything this year, so I'm hoping to draw blood. So I'm gonna sit still, be quiet, and see how the night unfolds. This is self-filming. It's rough, man. Whew. I don't know if I got that on film. Man, they come in. They didn't make a sound. I just turned and looked and they were standing there. And she's still laying down there, expiring. But anyhow, I looked down and she's standing there. And so I stood up. I finally got stood up, and the second one came up, and they came right through. But I couldn't do nothing because I knew something was up. And they slipped through, as you've seen there. They got out in the wood, the big thicket over here, and they turned and came back. And whatever reason, they want to go that way. And like I said, I think it was out of frame, but I'm not sure. I just know that that was my chance because she was getting ready to bolt. So I'm gonna review the footage and see what it looks like. Bingo, baby. Alrighty, guys, you seen it.
I actually did not get the kill, the actual impact on film. She was actually a bit out of frame. They came in on me up the draw, just like they did last time. Last time they made a lot of noise. This time they didn't, for some reason. I just heard a twig break. I turned around. She was standing 35 yards. And she just stood there and she ate and ate. She was eating there's a hickory tree down there. She was eating the leaves off the hickory tree. And she stood there and ate and ate. And finally I seen a movement again. And it was another doe. She'd come up. And once they got together, they calmed back down. Worked all right through this opening. This is why I picked this spot right here. It's just so open right here. And they walked right through it just like they were supposed to. And I wasn't ready because I was handcuffed. They got leery. They knew someone right. They made it across the logging road into the thicket over here. And then I was actually getting ready to, I hung my bow up, getting ready to do an interview. And I heard one coming back through the brush. And I turned and looked and she was down here. It would have put her about 40 yards. And she come back across the logging road into the timber in a straight line straight to me. And she got behind this big tree here, and I went ahead and drew. And I had her in the frame whole time. And when she stepped out, she was out of frame, and I didn't look back down to see if she was in frame. Made about a 22-yard shot, and she about ducked me, honestly. I mean, she was already on pins and needles to begin with, and I guess she was lowering her head, maybe, when I buried the pin, or just the reaction of her going down, but that's where the broadhead entered. Right between her eyes, and I was aiming at her throat here. Right between her eyes, come out the back of her neck, and into her back. I don't know if you guys can see that from there. I'll get some better pictures of it, but anyhow, this may be the doe that I missed the second day of season. If it is, Redemption, and hopefully Total Chaos can keep stacking them up. It's been a good year. Tommy's killed 2, I've killed 1, I've missed 1, Cubs missed 1, Bunton's boy killed 1. But anyhow, it's a good year so far. Hopefully we can keep it whacking and stacking. Grizzly Stick did a number on that. I'm actually gonna skin her back and take a gander at that, see what it did on the inside. But anyhow, I'm happy. I'd be happier if I got it on film, but that's part of self-filming. You can ask Tommy Andrews, the same thing. You know, she's in frame when you draw and she takes a step, and it's just reaction of a bow hunter. You go ahead and just keep paying attention to the deer instead of taking one more look at the camera to make sure she's in. But in my case, it wasn't going to happen. If I'd have moved the camera, she'd have bolted again and the hunt would have been over. So I took my opportunity when I got it and got a good mature doe on the ground. So, bang, bang.
Alrighty, you guys probably got a lot of questions on that hunt right there. I did get Redemption. I made the shot. The doe went down, 4 yards. It was an awesome hunt. It'd have been awesome to have a cameraman on that hunt. It would have made things a lot easier, but that's the thing you do when your buddies and stuff are at work. Those does caught me off guard. The reason why I didn't shoot when they walked to that opening, I was actually still setting down in my climber. So when they walked to that opening, it was perfect. But they had caught me off guard. I didn't hear them. So I just sat there and filmed them. I didn't get my bow picked up until they boogered and ran across that logging road. And I got my bow picked up. They turned and circled back around. The doe came in. She stopped behind that tree down there at 30 yards. I didn't have a shot. She turned and came closer. I filmed her come all the way up. She made it to that big tree. I drew. The camera was to the left or to the right of that tree because I thought she's facing that way. That's the way she's going to come out into there. So I wanted to be ready. She made it to the edge of that opening and she went left instead of right. Not even thinking. I didn't even look down at the camera to see if she was in frame. I was just so focused on the deer to make the shot. When she come out behind the tree, she turned and looked straight towards me. I mean, so she was straight with me. 20 yards, I buried the pin right in her chest. I shot, she ducked me big time. That the arrow went through her face, out the back of her neck, and into her back. She turned and ran into that tree there, that cedar, I believe is what it was. 4 or 5 yards, lots of blood. She expired quick. But I just wanted to say that was not my intentions on shooting that deer in the face. I mean, that stuff like that happens. If she wouldn't have reacted, it would have been money. But she did. There's nothing I can do about it. We're going to show you guys because stuff like this happens. And Total Chaos is going to show you, you know, what we get in the field is what you guys are going to see. I just want to say thanks, you guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching this video. Let us know if this is how you like to see our videos, see the hunt and then us talk about it. Let us know what you guys like. And thanks again to Grizzly Stick. These awesome broadheads, man, it did a number on her. I mean, there was blood everywhere. Like I said, a real short, quick kill, 4 yards, the impact of the arrow. So we've had awesome luck out of these broadheads. And we're getting ready to leave for Weldon Springs before too long, and we're gonna try to stay paired up down there, just because it's easier filming with a cameraman. But if we, 2 days into it, we're gonna go down there for 4 days the first week. 2 days into it, if we still haven't got much killed or seen much, we're gonna start splitting up. Then we're gonna go to that self-filming stuff, which it's rough, but do what we gotta do. Hopefully we can get a lot more on film for you guys and put it up on the page. Once again, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching this video, and give us a shout. Let us know what you like about the videos, what you don't like. We'll see. We'll make some changes if we got to, and go from there. Thank you guys.